Hey, it's Xenokron, and I'm going to continue with the new player orientation videos. And here we are going to do the enforcer line of our career agents. This is going to give us knowledge on how to fight, and it is also going to give us free ships and modules and kind of teach you what things go where, how to fit your ships, and stuff like that. So our first thing is we have our mission. So cash flow for capsuleers. This is going to teach us fighting and give us money. All right. So it says clear the pirates from the asteroid belt as your agent has requested on behalf of a group of miners. So this is what it's going to give us. It's going to give us a Gatling railgun. It's going to give us ammunition for that. And it normally gives you ISK, but it's not telling us how much we're going to get. So we're going to go ahead and accept this. You could delay it so that you could do it at a later time, but it will not delay it forever, just for a short amount of time, like a few days, or you can decline it, but we're not going to decline. I'm going to accept it.
Let's tidy up our display, shall we? Close the agency and agent conversation windows. Career agents offer adventures designed to hone your skills. Air has provided a skill plan unique to each agent. Since you have accepted the Enforcer's mission,
for now, we are going to do the skill plan that they suggest. So this one here, we have finished, so there's no skills in training. And so we are going to hit Enforcer.
For your chosen career path, you will want to train the Air Enforcer skill.
And there's Mission Runner, Bounty Hunter, and Enforcer. So we're going to go ahead. You can do any of those, but we're going to do this. This one is estimated to take 4 days and 12 hours.
You can view the contents of each skill plan by selecting the aptly named or good capsuleers will always.
And those are the things that it's going to teach us and the amount of time that it is going to take for each one. Now, keep in mind, I am an alpha pilot, which means I am on the free to play. So it takes a lot longer to learn the skills than if you were to subscribe and become an Omega account, which is a subscription account. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start this training, and it's going to load everything in there for us, and it's going to tell us as we finish up. So
explore different career opportunities, you will find skill plans tailored to match your evolving goals. Career agents will sometimes reward capsuleers with new ships. It is wise to have the skills required for those ships in your training queue. We're almost ready to embark on our new adventure. Now is the perfect time to close any windows you no longer need on your display.
So if we were to go Omega, it would be 2 times faster. We could pause it here. We could use expert systems, which I do not recommend. For a short amount of time, you can purchase certain skills, but they're only good for like 3 days. Or we can apply skill points because we have unallocated skill points, but we're going to hang on to those for now. So we're going to close this. We're going to close this.
Details regarding the mission you accepted from the career agent are displayed on the info panel.
So here is our info. This tells us where we have to go, so we can hit undock. Now, before we get going, there's going to be some things I want to set up. So, well, let me get undocked. Now, I want to show everything. So this is telling us here we can read the details if we forgot what we need to do.
Briefing, objectives, and rewards. Should you ever need to be reminded of any of those details, you can always check the info panel. I must say, Captain, you've handled yourself remarkably well. Though there are thousands of copies of Aura in New Eden, I am glad to be your Aura. Have I said too much?
How sweet.
My sentimentality protocols may need adjusting. Now, it's time for you to venture out into the stars. Go forth and show New Eden what you are truly made of.
So she's going to leave for a little bit. She might pop back here and there to tell us. So we can undock through here. We can undock here. Oh, not yet. Eventually, when we do some, it'll give us that option. So we are going to undock. So I'm going to show you a few new things. So we have chat windows here. We have our inventory. How you set yours up is up to you. I am going to set this up kind of how I normally do mine. I spread that out a little bit. I bring it down. And I'm going to go ahead and stop my ship. I'm going to hit Control Space. And if you notice, that slows it down. And I'm going to make a few adjustments. So I am going to member list, show compact member list because I don't need to see all their faces. Font size I'm going to leave alone. Message portraits, small portrait. You can turn it off completely as well. I don't mind having the little portrait there. Blink on new activity I'm going to have on. I don't care about highlighting my messages, but I do want a timestamp so that I can see when things were set. So that is there. Now, one of the things that I do, and everybody is different, but because I go to nullsec and lowsec a lot, I go ahead and drag my local window, tells me who's in with me, and I make that larger, and I have that set so I can see who is in local with me. Now, for my local one, I could care less about pictures, and so I put no portrait. Now, member list, there we go. Compact member list. So I don't need to see the portraits of everybody. So that is that. Then I like to move this over here and have that there. My inventory I put right up above my messages there. So we are going to warp to our site now. We could right click and hit agent mission and warp that way, but I'm just going to go ahead and use that there. Daily challenges. So if you mine ore or kill 12 drifters or sleepers, then you get bonus skill points for free. But I am not going to worry about that today. That is quite a bit of mining to do, and drifters and sleepers are something you'll learn about later time. So when we get here, you notice first thing is we have a bad guy. So we are going to go here. We're going to approach him because we are too far away. I'm going to go ahead and use my afterburner, and I'm going to approach him. Now, normally it will not highlight like that. That is mainly just because we are on the new player tutorial, and it will not show blue on there as well. Again, that is just so you see them and you get to learn. Once we are within 30, I am going to left control, and I'm going to left click this, and it'll bring up the targeting. You could also target with that, but I'm going to do it that way. Now, if you were doing PvP, you would not want to come straight onto somebody this way. So once I get here, I'm going to go ahead and orbit, but I am going to, my guns are set, optimal range is 5,000, so I am going to set the optimal range here to 5,000 so that it will do that. So click on that. Now he's going to orbit at 5,000. So as soon as I get within 7,000, I can start hitting him. Now notice hostiles remaining 1 of 1. So this is going to be a super easy mission. We're just going to kill this one guy here. And I'm going to start shooting. And if you notice, it's missing because I'm too far away. Now once you actually have a gun with ammo, you're not going to want to shoot when you're too far away. I just wanted to show you. So you have your little damages and everything that appear here. And you can see that I am killing him there. So now 2 more have popped up. So I am going to left click and left control to target them. And I am going to start orbiting this one right here. Now you can move these around. And move them down. You can move them up. You can move them over. I do it a little bit slower than I am, but you can move them around. And where you put them is up to you. You can also arrange targets vertically, which is what I like to do. I like to have mine vertical. And again, that is personal preference. So, shooting, because I'm within 5,000. Now, you don't have to keep this on. The only time you would need to is if you can't keep up with them. So I'm going to now orbit him. And I'm going to start shooting him. Now it says 1 of 3, which means we are going to have more that are going to pop up. A lot of times when you do missions, you'll have waves of bad guys that come, or pirates, as they're called. And we're 14 away, so I'm going to go ahead and use my afterburner. Get closer. I'm not going to shoot until I get there. And once we get in at 8,000, I'm going to go ahead and start shooting. Now at this level, they're really not going to do a whole lot of damage to you. This is just for you to get an idea on how to approach them, lock them, and kill them. So now we are done. See here, there is no loot. They are empty. So we're going to go ahead and dock, turn that off. And we're going to go ahead and turn this in. The missions do get quicker as you go. And as you get better ships. Right now we are using a rookie ship, which is also called a Corvette, which you would not normally use. Here we have our notifications. It tells us when we have learned skills and different things. So here is a new offer available. I can get limited time Omega and Destroyer bundle offer. So you can click on those and it will show you what you can buy. So for $15.99, I can get the Destroyer bundle plus 1 month Omega. So it's going to give me 1 ready-to-fly ship, 1 month Omega, and 100 Plex and more. I do not recommend doing stuff like this. First of all, when they give you the ships, it's good for you because you're not having to use your in-game currency. However, it's bad for the game itself because everything in EVE, for the most part, is player-made, and so that's hurting other players. But again, everybody has their own choices to make. So I am going to move this now over here. Now, another thing that I like to do, when I'm docked, I like to keep my inventory open all the time. So I put my inventory up here, and I drag this down to here. And so whenever I'm docked, I have my inventory. I have my ship hanger, which shows me what ships I have. My item hanger, it shows me what items. And then we have our ship. And notice we have a drone bay, but no drones. But all in due time. So I am going to click on here to talk to them. and I'm going to complete my mission. So now we could go ahead and request another mission. It says right click on the air program. So we have 3 unclaimed rewards. So as you do things through the air program and different things, you will get stuff. So we get ISK, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the Enforcer since we're doing it. And so the more we do, the more things we get. So loyalty points that you earn, your standings change, selling things on the market and buying, doing epic arcs, combat sites, bounties, combat with players, abyssal, dead space, and security agents. We're going to be doing security agent missions soon, so this kind of gives you some help. We're going to close this out for now, and we are going to go ahead and do this. So first of all, let's see what next mission he's going to give me. So I'm going to have to, looks like a delivery mission, and I'm going to have the, oh, nope, I got to eliminate the pirates and I got to collect those. And it's going to give me a new ship, and it's going to give me 203,000 in currency. So what I am going to do is I'm going to save those guns for the new one, and I'm going to accept this. And we're going to go ahead and undock. We're going to go knock this mission out real quick. And then we're going to get a new ship, and I'll show you how to do those guns. So warp to site. Here's a rookie help chat. This is actually pretty good. Gives you a lot of, you can ask questions, you can see what other people are asking. A lot of times there's good stuff in there, and they are moderated. As you can see here, it says ISD. That is a player, and they moderate that so people can't scam people or do different things in there. So it is a pretty relatively safe thing. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to approach. I'm going to put my afterburner on, and as soon as he is within 30k, I'm going to go ahead and left click. Now notice how there are yellow boxes on them. So what that means is that they have targeted me like this, but they have not done any aggressive acts yet. They have just have me targeted. It's called being yellow boxed. So I am going to target all of them. If those were players, they would see that and it would be a yellow box to them as well. So you know they're attacking you when that box turns red. So if you notice, I'm going to start shooting him, and that box turns red. So now that means he is attacking me as well. And what is happening is he is getting reps, and I forgot to get to my optimal range. Optimal range is 5,000. So he is running a shield repair module that helps keep his shields repaired, but because I was too close, I wasn't doing enough damage. Notice his friends have not started attacking me yet. So chances are I probably should have put on that. Go ahead and do him next. Chances are I should have put on the new gun to work through that, but it's not that big of a deal. So he is not repairing his shields at all. And then I am going to orbit him and shoot him. Now you notice this guy actually has loot. This one does not. Empty and contains loot. So these guys are too far out of my range, so I am not going to target them yet. At this point in the game, they're not going to really have any kind of loot other than metal scraps, so I'm not going to waste time looting. So I'm going to make sure that I am approaching them. And then as soon as I can, I'm going to target both of them. And he is closer, so I'm going to start orbiting him. And then once I'm within 7,000, well, actually at 8, I can start hitting him. I'm going to. There we go. He has shield repairs as well. Right? Orbit and attack. And as your skills progress, you will be able to get different repair modules as well. Now, you can see people are talking in local chat and they are spamming. You will get that a lot in the new player areas. So I'm going to do these missions 2 at a time to make these videos so they're not as long. So basically, every video through the ones here will most likely be 2 missions at a time, so they're not super long. All right, so we are going to go ahead and talk to him, and we are going to complete our mission. Now, I'm going to close this out because you do not have to keep that open. So see how it's offered? That means he has offered another one to me. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at our ship hangar. So now we have a Merlin. So what I am going to do is I am going to right click and I'm going to hit assemble ship. And then I am going to right click again, make active. Now you can also just double click them, but I wanted to show you that route. And what we're going to do with this rookie ship is we are going to come down and we are going to hit strip fittings. So it is going to take all the modules off that. I am going to open up our fitting module and I am going to go ahead and put those on there. So now we have a Gatling gun. This one requires ammunition, so you have to have ammunition with you. So I'm going to put that ammunition in there, and then I am going to take, I held the shift down and dragged it over there. I'm going to take 500 with me, and then I am going to leave the rest here. I'm also going to put the civilian Gatling gun on there, and we're not going to worry about the mining laser, but I am going to put this back on here. Now, a few of the things. So when you click this, it shows the attributes for your ship. there's a lot of important things. We're going to get to those later on when we talk about fittings, but this will tell you what your offense is, your defense, your targeting range. Like now with this ship, I can target out to 55 kilometers. You remember the other one was at 30. So this ship here, without my afterburner, is 356 meters per second, and I don't have any drones attached, but I can put them in. They can go out to a distance of 25 kilometers. But if you notice, it says 0 of 0, meaning that this ship will not carry drones. If it said 0 of 5 or 0 of 10 or 0 of 100, that would mean I could put drones in there, but there is no bandwidth for drones because it says 0 of 0. So I won't be able to put any drones in this one here. Then you click here and go on your browser. This one will show you. These are fittings that saved for me. These are fittings that the community has done. So if we go to frigates, this one is the Caldari one. And that is the, it doesn't say it, but this one was the Merlin. So if you go here, it shows some different fits. Now this red X means I can't fly that one, but these two here I can fly. We're not going to do those right now, but I just wanted to show you that. All right, so that is it for this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more. Fly dangerous.